So I got my leads. So let's go back. I was keeping people updated as I was taking the life insurance exam. It started off where I could not pass the test. I think I took the test 3 times, and I was very petrified because the third time, hold on, y'all, I'm just trying to get this straight. Because if I didn't pass on the third time, check this out. I was gonna have to go in person and sit in a class and take the class again, and I was not gonna have that. Okay, I'm too grown to go sit in the class, and I don't mean I can't. I mean, I got too much going on in my life. I got too much going on. And if I had sat in a class, then that would have been the same thing like working a 9 to 5, and I would have to figure out how I do what around what time. So I was praying, y'all, that I did not fail that test. Oh, goodness. Let me pull over and get my purse. So what I ended up doing, I ended up cutting part of my class from just life and health to life. Now, let me tell you, I regret that. I regret it now because guess what? I'm missing out on some money because I don't have my health insurance license. So I've been advised to wait until the holidays, excuse me, and take that class. But think about it, I'm missing money because you got Obamacare, you got all these different things out here, and the average, I'm finding out the average life insurance agent, if they sell health insurance, they get a commission monthly. So I'm missing out on that, man. So I'm gonna tell you now, if you pass your life, go right back and take that health immediately and pass it. You need it. Now, do I regret really the breakdown? No, I don't regret breaking it down, but I regret that I didn't see the strong importance in having both. So now I'm on the field. I'm out and about. I just left somebody's house. And one of the things that I experienced this week alone, being out in the field, is a lot of people are saying they did not fill out the form. They lying. Or if they didn't fill out the form, the internet is lying. I don't know what's going on, but I got their information, got their name, got their number, got their address, showing up to their house, and the first thing they're telling me, I didn't fill that out. So what do? Do you just get in your car and you leave? Absolutely not. You say, okay, well, so this is what I did. I started learning immediately. I got to make something work for the gas I just spent going to this person's house. So I said, well, maybe it's possible you wanted to add a rider or you wanted to upgrade your policy. No. I said, well, maybe you thought about getting some insurance for your children or your grandchildren. Do you have young children in the family? He said, I got grandchildren. I could see he had grandchildren. And guess what? That is not a loss for the elderly to get their grandchildren insurance. Because guess what? Most grandparents, they got the moolah. And most grandkids always harass their grandparents for the money. So why not get them a policy? That's the best gift ever. So guess what he said? He pulled the, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to tell you something. My grandmother raised me. When she said I'm not feeling well, it's not necessarily that she's not feeling well. She's trying to get rid of me and she wants me to leave her alone. So I said, okay, he giving me the cue, time to go. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, can I please leave a card or two? And he said, yeah. He said, because me and my wife, we probably going to call you about that. Thank you, Jesus. So you can't give up. Now, one thing about it, as a life insurance agent, broker, you have to go to these people's house. Calling on the phone, sometimes you're going to get a good result, sometimes you won't. Phone calling almost look like, believe it or not, even though you're not in person, you almost look like you're harassing them more by calling them. It's almost better if they can physically see you and put a face to it. So I was about to start calling everybody, and my manager said, stop it. No, ma'am, you need to go to their house. You need to go knock on the door, and you need to let these people see you so you can show them you are a reputable person. And it just makes more sense, y'all. People feel more personable to be able to look at you and be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to tell them no. Guess what? I'm going to take their card, and even if I can't take it, I'll get somebody else to take it. So this week, experience on the field, a lot of people wasn't home. It was a lot of people saying that they didn't even fill out the form because we had digital leads. So the digital leads are the people that filled out the form online. And they open the door and you're smiling and you letting them know where you're from, you're introducing yourself, and then they say, I didn't fill that out. So this is what you say. Well, it's possible you want to add something to your insurance policy, because people do it all the time. People always add extra insurance on their insurance. There are a lot of people that got multiple policies. So it really was a dollar amount, I think, that came off. But that's what it said. It said $25,000. Now, this man has a nice house. He lives in a country club. I'm just going to be honest. So I knew he had insurance. But even with those that have insurance, do not be in people's pockets. The worst thing you can do is be in people's pocket, counting their money for them. Don't say, oh, I know they got a policy because of how their house look. Just say, well, maybe you wanted to add an extra policy. Is there somebody else you wanted covered? Maybe you were thinking about your grandchildren. Maybe you were thinking about children, your nieces, nephews. And then that's when you open the door. And you know what? When his eyes had light up a little bit, after he made sure that I understood he did not fill that form out, I said, well, I can get you a policy for a child as low as $20 a month. That's nothing to grandparents, okay? Grandparents that got their house, that's established, been working somewhere for a certain amount of years, X amount of years, $20 a month. They're like, oh, that's McDonald's money that they bothered me for every weekend. I can knock that out. And then you got a new customer. So if I can encourage anybody that's new, that's starting out in the business, which is the same encouragement I'm giving myself right now, do not leave that house with nothing, okay? And don't be too aggressive, because you don't want to piss them off. You definitely want them to feel like you're a friend. You definitely want them to feel like you can be trusted not to harass them. And you definitely want to be able to have some kind of sale left over. All right? Is anybody got any questions? I thank people for coming through. I see a few people checking in, checking out. I was just talking about my journey. And I decided to come on Saturday. And one thing I think that I'm going to like, particularly for me, because people work, I think I might not mind Saturdays sometime. But I might start a little early in the future. But yeah. I did have a few people that was very rude. Some people. I lost y'all. But I'm gonna go. I believe that I covered enough. I hope that my live taught a little something, and I'm gonna be keeping y'all posted because this is fun, and I look forward to being a millionaire soon. And I know it sounds crazy to some people, but let me tell you something. If you don't believe it, ain't nobody gonna believe it. This is your journey. And like I said, when you leave these people's house, even if they don't get a policy today, offer other services, because it's there and you never know who they might refer you to. Be blessed.